Hi y'all, this is Larry at Deep South, Texas. It's early in June and it's time to take another look at the garden. And here is the Three Sisters garden that we're growing the Danny corn in. And the Danny corn is looking pretty good. This is the first year I've ever grown it. I've always been a little bit worried it will get too tall and get blown over in a tropical storm. But so far, we haven't had any huge big winds. We had some when they were about 3 feet tall and they did blow over. But they stood back up, and since then, they've been looking pretty good. Now, I don't think it's doing as well as Danny's does. Probably I don't put enough nitrogen on it, but we have a lot of nice ears in here. And now this isn't sweet corn, this is field corn. So I'll be using this to try to make some cornmeal and grits and see how that goes. It's supposed to be very, very good for that. Also in this Three Sisters garden, we have some squash plants growing. There is a watermelon over here. I don't think it's going to produce anything. Then there is a Cherokee tan pumpkin, which is sort of taken over everything. Though hasn't been a lot of pumpkins. There's one or two over here, but it's climbed over onto my chain link fence now, and there are one or two started over here, but it's getting kind of late in the season for them to mature. I think there is one growing down here. But we have a bunch of Cherokee tan pumpkins growing in the other side of the garden. Let's go take a look at those. So they've taken over this whole side of the garden. I can't even walk around the edges anymore, take a look at my tomatoes. But there's probably a dozen very nice pumpkins in here. So Cherokee tan pumpkins don't get very big, but they're excellent storage pumpkins. And they'll last a whole year. Some Roma tomatoes over there. I need to go down and check and see if any are ready. Basically, the tomatoes are about done for the year for me. I need to get over there and get the dead ones out. But the Cherokee tans, they're looking good. They should be ready to harvest by the end of the month. I did get my 10-15 onions harvested a week or two ago, and I still have these Georgia sweets down here that I'm waiting for them to die back just a little bit before I harvest them. But a wonderful year for onions here at Deep South, Texas. The ginger is doing real well. Haven't seen any flowers on it yet, but maybe in a couple months we'll see some. And the turmeric is also doing pretty good. have a couple butternut squash plants here. They're alive and they've got some small squash on, but I don't think they're going to amount to too much. I still haven't gotten my Moringa leaves harvested. I keep saying I'm going to get that done. I just don't get to it. But tomorrow we're harvesting Moringa leaves. It's been too hot for the cucumbers. Not really putting on very much. Got a couple kind of misshapen cucumbers because of the heat and poor pollination. But I have enough in the refrigerator to do 2 or 3 quarts of spears, so I'll try to get to that this week too. The celery continues to grow and look good. We've been harvesting off the celery as we need it. And the jalapenos, they're doing okay. I think I need to give them some more fertilizer though. The leeks are looking good as well. Particularly this one that's growing out here by itself. It's really looking good. And we have a big eggplant in there that's been ready to pick for a couple weeks. Need to get that harvested and fry it up. The Birdhouse Gourd still look pretty happy. Looks like they're still continuing to grow in this hot weather we're having. Quite a few of them on the plant here. Some of the leaves are starting to look a little wilted. But lots of gourds. We even have a few birdhouse gourds growing up in the Naval orange tree. I guess that's okay because it doesn't look like we have many navel oranges this year. But we have a good crop of Meyer lemons coming on right now. This tree is over by the chicken coop, and a lot of lemons coming on. A lot of my other citrus trees were flowering last week, and they may still put on some fruit this year. It's kind of late for them to be flowering, but we'll see how that goes. You can see some of the flower buds have dried up, but they look like they have little fruit popping out. One of the trees I have over here is a grapefruit tree, and it's got some pretty nice fruit coming on as well. A couple there. I don't really take great care of these, so the fruit doesn't get all that big, but we've got grapefruits. And the jasmine is all in flower now, and it smells very, very sweet out here in the backyard. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video on what we have growing here at Deep South, Texas in June. If you did, please give it that thumbs up. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time.